on? What's up, everybody? Part 6 of the Turbo Mustang build. Let's get into today's video.
Oh, look what we have here. A street car. I'm locked out. Well, I guess I'm locked out. I guess I'll take the Trans Am for a drive.
Yeah, you pull on them.
Alright guys, so we are pretty much what we have to do is keep the fuse box up here. We move the PCM under there. I'll show you here in just a second. But we are going to de-pin this connector because this is the only connector that's holding us back right now. So we are going to run this harness back through here, but there's still no harness down here, so we're still clearing the header. But pretty much this is the only way to do it without extending a bunch of wires. Right? Pretty much. So the only plug that doesn't reach is this big one, so we have to de-pin this one and then go through the fender well with it and to plug in the other one. So we've got that harness down there that's coming through, and it's got the matching plug for it. So pretty much once those two are plugged in, we'll be good. But there's the PCM right there. Got the intercooler pipe, make sure it clears. So hopefully this goes smoothly. But we took a bunch of pictures trying to make sure we put the wires back in the right pins. So we're going to de-pin that one connector, and then we're going to make a hole, put the wires through, re-pin it, and then we'll be able to plug that back in. Then there's one other small harness that has to go through the hole, and then that's pretty much it. So, okay. So we de-pinned it from the connector, so now we just got to unhook it from this little green clip. Should just slide off.
And it's just like a little grommet.
Yeah. So got that out of this huge connector. Like I said, this is pretty much our only one we've got to move. But we are keeping the fuse box up here, so the engine bay is still going to be cleaner than it was before because the PCM's not right there with a bunch of wires, but fuse box has got to stay. Which is fine because if you blow a fuse, you don't want it to be taking the bumper off just to replace fuses. So, and we can always move this down the road, but we really got to get going on this turbo kit, and this is taking way too long.
True.
So we're just de-luming, untaping a bunch of these wires, seeing what we can separate that'll give us more room, and then we'll just have to retape these back up, put some wire loom back around them. But a lot of these are able to be separated, which give us a lot more room to play with, which is really what we need right now. This is the only thing really holding us back. So just gonna try and knock out some of this stuff so we can get back to turbo stuff. The funny thing about doing this is Joe's colorblind. We'll be fine. Dealership. What you doing there, Joseph?
Oh, just playing around with some wires.
This is not the fun part of turbo kits. Turbo kit? What kit?
For real.
This is garage built, buddy.
Joe built.
For real. Joe's fabrication shop. The good thing is Trans Am looks real nice. That's a solid, complete vehicle. This, I don't know what this is.
Look at that, sir.
Oh, that's nice.
It's connected.
Look at that. So that's the harness we were worried about. We've got it pinned to where we think everything should be, but we'll know when we start the car. So really, now we've got our main harness under there still, and everything is going to reach besides that one. We've got to extend the battery power cable and one cable to the fuse box. But other than that, that plug is really what was setting us back. So you can see it comes through here. Once we're done, we'll tape that all up, put some loom around it. Should be good to protect it. But if you didn't know before, the main harness came down here and was touching the header. And now it's not. So, fuse box is staying up here, but PCM is down there. Kind of clean up some of this stuff, but that's pretty much the only way we could work it without doing a ton of extension on the wiring harness. So all we had to do is depin that one, run it through this hole here, repin it. We'll tape that up, protect it, and then those harnesses will be down up in here with the PCM. Ooh, 90 degrees out? I'll take that. What's going on, everybody? So I didn't close out the video last night. I figured I didn't do a crazy amount of filming, plus we were working on like one specific thing last night, so I figured I'd carry part 6 into today. So Joseph actually took a half day because tomorrow morning we are leaving to go racing. Pretty sure we're gonna go to Extreme Raceway Park near Dallas. So he took a half day so he could get his car on the trailer, get everything loaded up, tools, fuel, spare parts, all that good stuff. The good thing for me is that enables me to go over there during the day, because I don't train that many people during the day. Most of my clients are like early morning or evening and at night. So this works out because I can go over there during the day and knock some stuff out. I did get the correct oil feed and T fittings and all that good stuff. So the reason why it's different is on the 18 Mustang, the oil pressure sensor going into the block is actually an M12 by 1.5, and usually they're like a 1/4 inch, I think. I can't remember what the normal size is, but it's kind of an odd size. So we had to order a Vibrant adapter, and we got to run all these little adapters. But once it's set up, I'll show you guys. Also, the overflow coolant tank came in, which is hilarious. It's freaking tiny. I'll show you guys when we get to Joseph's. I took it over there last night. It's hilarious, the size of that thing, but it'll work. I did have to order a couple things that we talked about for the wiring last night. I need to actually go pick up some power cables here in a little bit, but gotta go get a bang. Gotta get this day going and get a soda or something, because I'm dying right now. This is kicking my ass. Working until like almost midnight, and then I had to wake up at like 4:45 this morning and work, and so. But we're getting it knocked out, so I figured, yeah, we'll just bring this into part 6. We'll make yesterday and today part 6. I'm hoping today, while I'm over there, we tack some pipes together so you guys can actually see some progress, because a lot of the stuff that you guys see, it's almost like nothing has changed, but it's shit that has to get done. It's just stuff that doesn't make anything look any different, but it's stuff that has to get done and get out of the way. So hopefully I'm gonna go over there, probably start working on the oil feed line stuff. That way I can run to the store and get the actual oil feed line once the sensor and everything's in there, because we'll know exactly how long it is. And so hopefully I can go pick that up, and hopefully we get somewhere where Joseph can tack up some pipes and you guys can really see the layout of the intercooler piping. So I'm gonna grab a bang, of course. We'll grab a Coke for Mr. Joseph. I'm gonna get a Diet Dr. Pepper, and we'll see you guys over at Joseph's house. So just to remind you guys what happened last night, we ended up putting the fuse box back where it was originally. Put the PCM under here to save some room. Still gonna run the main harness under there, bring it back up for the battery. And only one plug was holding us back from doing that, which is this one. So we unpinned it and then repinned it on the inside so we can plug it in down here. And I ordered like a little distribution block, not distribution block, but some terminals to extend the power cables. Boom, go right to the battery. And then that solves our wiring issue. So, like I said, this Vibrant fitting came in for the oil pressure sensor. Then we got some little fittings so we can get the oil feed line on there. And here's my large, massive overflow coolant tank. But it's got a really nice cap on it, and I just need to get some fittings for it. But this is our new overflow tank, so pretty much we can mount this anywhere we want because it's so small. So many jokes could be said about that. Anyways, so we got that. So today I'm gonna try and work on getting the oil feed line and the sensor and all that stuff put in, and then that way I can go pick one up. Like I said, I need to get some power cables to extend the battery cables. Up here we're just short just a little bit, but we'll extend those up, then we should be good. But yeah, that beast is going to Extreme Raceway Park Friday and Saturday for some racing. So if you guys want to come out and support, you can come out and see me. I'll be there helping Joseph, be kind of pit crewing for him, and I'm gonna try and get some footage going too, vlog while we're out there. But if you guys want to come out and support, this beast make sure you come out. So let's get right into it. Alright, so there's our little adapter. This will be the oil feed line. Got the oil pressure sensor on there. We're going to put this into the block. We should be good to go.
I say don't ever vlog the first time in case it doesn't fit. And then
Too late.
The second time, go, oh look, we got it first time. Tip my hood line. So you grabbed the camera.
Yeah.
That's a good time to.
So we got to change the routing just a little bit. It was hitting the hood. So we're going to run it straight off the throttle body and then start kicking it this way instead of it having that curve right away. So that way it doesn't hit the hood. Only get one shot, supposedly, according to Joe. So we've pretty much got it lined up where we want it. We made sure it clears the hood. It's ready to be tacked.
It's good to go.
Alright, so Joe's out there trimming a piece. Up here we've got a transition. So that's 3.5 coming off the throttle body, and then this is 3" into the intercooler because that's the size of the ends. So we got to do a little transition piece right here, which is this one. Other notable things. Got the starter back on and good to go. I also got the steering linkage back on. So small things coming together. Slowly but surely.
You make sure your pipe is touching the top. You don't want to stick it all the way in.
Okay.
So you want to make sure it's on the gray thing right there. And then I'll back it off a little bit so we don't do too much. And then you should clamp it down. So obviously not enough. Clamp it down. So we're starting a little more. Okay, so that's pretty close. And then when I do it, I just turn like not even a half of the mark. And I just stay on the mark and I just keep going. So I put, half the mark out and just keep going and makes a bead roll.
Nice.
So we have a rare sighting of David actually working.
Oh, come on.
Look at this.
My hands say otherwise.
He's making a B-roll.
B-roll of a bead roll?
Bead roll. Look at him go.
Call 1-800 Bead Rolls if you need my help.
We'll do this for $2 an hour.
Holy shit. Down. So there's the transition right there. And we're working on the little elbow piece right now.
an extra 9.
Oh man, Joe, you really outdid yourself on this one. That's freaking awesome. So it's just tacked up. Obviously, we got to weld it all around, clean it up. Then we'll put our mass airflow sensor right here on the inside. That way we've got plenty of straight pipe. But man, she fits. Look at that fitment. Woof. Joe killed it. Dude, that's awesome. All right, it is nightly recap time, part 6 of the turbo build on the 2018 Mustang GT. Made some huge progress today. As you saw, I got to go over there during the day because Joseph had a half day from work. So we got a ton done today. Got the oil T set up so I can go get an oil feed line. I'll probably get that on Monday because we're leaving on Friday to go racing at XRP with Joseph's Trans Am. And super excited for that. Hopefully see some of you guys out there. It's going to be such an awesome time. I'm going to try and do some vlogging, although my main purpose there is to be pit crewing for Joseph. So he's the main purpose for the weekend, but I'm going to try and film whatever I can just to kind of take you guys along for the ride. Maybe we'll do some live videos or something like that. But anyways, huge progress on the Mustang today. We've got all the cold side piping on the passenger side done, which is the majority of it. So we got the big pipe coming off the throttle body, and then we transitioned it from a 3.5 to a 3-inch, and then nice little turn into the intercooler. And then on the other side, we still have to build that pipe, but that pipe's really small, shouldn't be too hard. And the pipe on the side that goes to the turbo, Lund actually wants us to put the blow-off valve on that side. So you actually won't see the blow-off valve on the car. It'll be kind of hidden. But that's exactly where Lund wants it, so that's where we're going to put it. And that was the good thing about talking to Lund on the phone the other day, is we can put everything exactly where we want it, or exactly where he wants it. I also plugged up the O2 sensors. I got the little plugs for him, put those in. I put the starter back on. I put the steering linkage back on. So we made some progress today for sure. I taped up some of the wires. So there's one more plug we have to extend, but it's just a three-prong plug, so that one shouldn't be too bad at all. Then still need to get some power cables for the battery to extend them so that they reach the battery. Those terminals that we need come in on Friday, but we'll be gone. But no big deal, we'll have them for Sunday, because I think we're going to work on the car Sunday. We don't know if we're staying at XRP on Saturday. It's supposed to rain over there in Dallas, so we may only get to race on Friday. So maybe we'll get to work on the car Sunday, as long as Joseph's got time. But we made such huge progress, and the piping came out really well. So I'm excited about it. Joseph did an awesome job. If you guys haven't, make sure you go follow him on Instagram at StreetCarJoe. He's really close to 2,000 actually on Instagram, which is badass, and he deserves it. But man, he killed it on the cold side. I can't wait for him to stack some dimes on that thing. It's gonna look so dope. And then we'll clean it up, kind of make it look like the satin finish like his, most likely, because I think that'll look good in the engine bay. Once we weld that one up, then we've got to put the mass airflow sensor, and we've got a good section of straight aluminum piping right there, and that's exactly what Lund wants for the mass airflow sensor to read correctly. So we've made some huge progress today. Finally. You know, these previous nights, if you've heard me talking about it, it felt like we didn't do much, we didn't get anywhere, but we were doing things, and we were pretty much just doing things that led up to this point. So super excited. I don't know how many times I've said super excited, but I am really excited. And once again, it's almost 11:30, and got to be up again super early to head out to go racing tomorrow. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you always comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, Vanby39. We are making some headway on this build, and we are really cracking down on it. So we're getting there, guys. We are getting really close. Like I said, still need some work to do, obviously, but we are getting there. We're kind of past some of the harder spots. So I'm excited. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys on the next one.